this shit out there. Because she could have literally, as he's talking, baby, no. You are Olympic gold medalist, baby.
Welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. I'm going to take this topic in a different direction. I had a different thought plan for this, but I'm going to tie it in with the topic that I wanted to discuss previously. And I'm going to direct this specifically towards young Christian women, although this can apply to other young women who are interested in a husband and getting a husband. Now, my opinion does not mean that you're going to just automatically get a husband, because this is still going to be dependent upon you and your vetting process and all of that types of stuff. So I don't want you guys coming at me with, Shimmer Girl told me if I think like this, then I'm going to get a husband. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, as I've mentioned many times before on my channel, be careful with the counsel and advice that you're getting from women out here, other women, because I'm going to share some clips today, and two of the clips are women of the alphabet community, and then the third clip is a male of the alphabet community. And one thing that I've noticed is some of their talking points I hear a lot of so-called straight women say as well. And my opinion is, you cannot be pro-marriage and a traditional-minded woman sitting and stewing in the sisterhood mumbo-jumbo. A lot of those women will steer you away from marriage, number one. And number two, as you can see, a lot of them, they get their talking points from these women who aren't into men. Now, one of the ladies, I don't know if I have it in this clip, she says that she loves men, but she doesn't deal with men in a romantic sense. So why is she chiming in on a heterosexual romantic situation? Same thing with the man of the alphabet community. But so let me share the first clip. And okay.
Telling me that he's been married says nothing to me, because marriage was made for men anyway. Marriage teaches women to tolerate a lot of trauma and dysfunction and put up with a lot of transgressions that men have. So a man being married for 20, 30, 40 years only tells me that the woman tolerated a lot of abuse, a lot of mental and emotional turmoil for him to even say he's been married that long.
Okay, so she said that marriage was made for men anyway. I need you ladies to be careful with this, because marriage actually, it benefits men, but it also benefits women and children. The alternative, if marriage is not your bag, is not your thing, then the alternative is being a single mother, which baffles me with a lot of Black women, because they fight marriage, but then they don't understand why they're not getting married. They have children out of wedlock, but then they want the benefits of being in wedlock with these children, or, you know, or in wedlock period. But this is what I mean about taking counsel from some of these people, because this Priscilla Clark, from what I can tell, is very anti-male and anti-marriage. And as I've said multiple times before, Black women are the only race of women that I see fight the whole idea of marriage, but then are left scratching their head, baffled, like, why aren't we getting married and stuff like that. So here's another clip that she said that she would like to hear women speak about the joys of marriage. Really? So let y'all watch that, and I'm going to say what I have to say about that.
To hear women speak all of the joys of being married for so long without the turmoil that comes with it.
So are you saying that relationships should not come with turmoil?
Well, it's going to come with turmoil if you're dealing with a man. It's going to come with it.
You know
and
why
so
that's a joke that she said that? Because anytime a woman says something positive about marriage or being a wife, it's always some deflection, going away from it, and something negative. And I've shared that on this channel before. These types of women, and I used to go back and forth even before I was married online. These type of women will never, ever, ever see anything happy and positive about marriage. So her saying, I would love to hear women talk about the joys of marriage. If a woman does talk about the joys of marriage, it's going to be shot down. You have some women who are just not going to believe it regardless. Y'all never hear me talk about, oh, my husband this and my husband that, for a couple of reasons. First of all, y'all don't care. And number two, for people who have negativity about marriage anyway, they're not going to believe it. So my husband and I know the truth. People who know us personally, you know some truths or whatever. But that's another reason why it's important that you keep your marital business between you and your husband and God. This is why I'm directing this at Christian women, because as a Christian woman, you should be dating differently from the world anyway. But this topic is, again, be careful about the information that you're getting from other women who are heavily in the sisterhood code circle, however you want to say it, because they are not going to lead you down towards marriage. If anything that you say about marriage is going to be shot down. It's going to be something negative about it. And that's what I wanted to say real fast. My suggestion is for you to, I'm talking to the ones who actually want eventual marriage. And I would like to talk to the ones in the age frame of like 18 to 25, because, and I'm not saying get married at 18, 19 or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. But this is the time for you guys where you have men crawling all over you, literally. And you have a greater chance at getting that nice guy right off the bat and building your life with him. Because one thing that I see in our community is a lot of women wait till it's too late, or they wait till their window of opportunity closes on a marriage or a man. And that's not to say that you can't get married later in life, because you can. It's just a little bit more difficult. And it's a little bit more difficult for a variety of reasons. But one reason is because as women get older, as anyone gets older, but let's keep this toward to women. As women get older, you're more likely to get stuck in your ways, settled in your ways, and you're not going to be willing to grow and build with a good man, the right man, and stuff like that. So that's why I say just be careful with that. So here is another clip, and let me just say fair use, fair use, fair use.
Women who are on an all-out assault, who want to destroy the image of Black masculinity in our community. Where can we draw the line?
Okay, this is a very deep question. I mean, I kind of need you to break it down for me in parts a little bit. It feels like that's a big question.
Let me do it another way. Do you hate men?
No, I love men.
Okay, do you know women who hate men?
Maybe. I feel.
I want you to think about the women you think might hate men. How do you differ as a woman who doesn't hate men, but who is lesbian? How do you differ from a sister who is lesbian and hates men? What is qualitatively different in terms of personality and outlook between you and a sister who actually hates men?
Well, I mean, that's a tricky question. I'm very different from a lot of people.
Problem. When you first said men are the problem,
No, I didn't say men are the problem. That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Black masculinity advocates. That was my first reaction. But when you said you love men, I said, okay, she can't be a black anti-masculinity advocate because she says she loves men. So how do you differ from sisters who do hate men? In other words, I'm different because I don't do this, or I'm different because I do this. What would set you apart from them in terms of your outlook towards black men? In other words, how do we know you don't hate black men?
I lead with love. I think we have to figure out how to get back to love. And if the man is supposed to be the leader, the man has to lead with love. And I think men don't lead with love. They lead with rape. They lead with assault. Usually they lead with violence. Men are very violent.
When you say black men lead with rape, because that makes it look like...
I didn't say black men. I said men.
Okay, but let's stick to the race, though. Let's keep it to us. Let's stick to the race. How would you say black men are leading?
How would I say black men are leading?
Are leading in our relationships with women. How you said like men will lead with rape. How do you feel black men are leading? We're engaging women on what level, with what energy? How are we presenting? When you come across a group of black men, what are your expectations of what we're going to do when we meet you?
Try to figure out how to fuck.
So the number one thing with a black man...
The woman in this clip had a very abysmal view of men, and she is part of the alphabet community. And this is why, and I sound like a broken record, I know I do, but this is why I tell women, particularly the ones of you who do want a husband, not just a random man in your life, but an actual husband that's going to love you, cover you, protect you. You have to be careful about the mindset and the talking points of some of these women, because at one point this woman said that basically men, she didn't just say black men, but she was saying just men in general are literally just out there to hurt you, to grape you, you know, to harm you in some way, some fashion or whatever. And obviously you should be careful out there, but not every man out here is a devil. When I hear so many women talk like this, a lot of them have been very random and reckless with their lives, with men, with their bodies. And this is why years ago, I used to tell women, you know, if you can remain a virgin until you're married or be abstinent or whatever, that would cut down on a lot of the trauma. That did not go over well because a lot of women want to be out here in the muck, in the mire, in the trash, in the mud with these men, but then they expect to be elevated to queendom status with these same men who are who they're down in the mud with. But, you know, and that's just something that I don't understand with so many women in our community, you know, because they complain about men, but then can't wait to be in bed with these same men that they complain about. But just be careful about who you're getting information from if you do want a husband. My suggestion, again, find a forum with like-minded women. Pay attention to women that are in healthy marriages, and just step away from the sisterhood when it even comes to marriage, because they're going to have something negative to say about marriage regardless. Doesn't matter, you know, if it's good, bad, indifferent, they're going to have something negative to say about it. And then the final clip is a YouTuber by the name of MJ Harris, and I took a clip from his opinion about the whole Simone Biles situation. He chimed in, and at one point he said that she should have just cut the interview and was like, no, we're not going to talk like this, you know, to her husband. And that's not wise, ladies. Regardless of what this man said, men expect a certain level of respect. And I know that this is going to be triggering for some women, but that's why I tell you, ladies, get out of the sisterhood, because a lot of them, they want to go toe-to-toe with men. They want to be a sparring partner with men, and then they can't figure out why they can't get what they need and want out of men. So here is that final clip.
And let's go to the other point. People saying, mind your business, you shouldn't say shit, mind your business. They went on a goddamn podcast to get millions of viewers on it and told all they fucking business, okay? He's sitting up there talking, muckety muck, bullshit coming out of his mouth, right? She's sitting there smiling. I felt bad for her because she looked uncomfortable. I felt bad for her. I have nothing against this young woman because, honey, we all can identify with her on some level, right? And so she's sitting there just smiling uncomfortably and everything like that. She looks a little tight. Having people talk about your love right in front of you in not the most flattering way. They put this shit out there because she could have literally, as he's talking, baby, no. You are Olympic gold medalist, baby. You are the most decorated Olympian out there. We're gonna cut this part out. We're cutting this part out. No, we're not.
So that was my topic for today. And please check out my other videos and tell me what you think in regards to, should women who are not interested in men or men of the alphabet community be chiming in on heterosexual relationship situations? And check out my other videos, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.